My name is Gary Schotten, and I'm a part of Inspiring Better Business, and I sure am happy you're with us here on this talk, and I'm sure enjoying this. As most of you know, there's two main parts of our work here is to produce these teachings so that people can access, and number two is to call in and support small groups, especially in foreign countries, to answer questions for them and keep in touch. We try to do that weekly, and it's become a highlight for all of us that are doing that because we get to talk to people in the real life. And one of the things we do is we say, ask us questions. So I'm going to talk about a question that was asked, and it's a kind of a good one that we could all discuss. After, through interpreters and through what I could tell, this person in the group in a foreign country was asking that they had a situation where the spouse was very hesitant or expressing hesitation to move to a new city where there was a business opportunity for this couple. And the question was, what should we do about that? And so first of all, I gave three points. I hope they're good points. And number one, I wouldn't move my family to a new location for business or for a job without first checking the most important thing, the spiritual aspect of the move. You see, I asked and understood that this couple or family was involved in a local church, had a good pastor, and I'm not just being churchy here, but I'd say if you're going to go to a new town, you ought to visit that town several times if possible and establish your Christian foundation. Where are you going to go to church? What are you going to do for your family's well-being spiritually? That's pretty important, and that would be top on my list. Number two, the agreement of a spouse in such a move is pretty important. When you go to a new location, there's a lot of changes already. There's change in family, change in friends, change in home you're going to live in. You're really disrupted. And so if the family, mainly the husband and the wife both, are not in agreement on this, then you're going to have another uphill battle. I've seen people move to other locations, and they didn't address the harmony in the family first, and it didn't get better typically. So that would be number two. Then number three, of course, is the business opportunity. Now, even there, I would go and be sure that this is not some fake kind of opportunity, that's real. Didn't go into detail with the business. I did a little bit later. You'll hear it in a minute. But, you know, if you're entering into some kind of agreement with someone, I would spend some time with them in that other setting. It'd be worth going for 3 or 4 or 5 days, a couple times. That's not wasted time because you're going to start seeing the real character of the individuals involved, and you're going to start seeing how they deal and handle you personally and how they react. It's just like a new friendship, but much deeper than a friendship. It's like a marriage in some degree because you spend a lot of time with this new business encounter if there's other people involved. So that's my suggestion to them. And then I made comment to this individual through the interpreter that it really sounded to me more like they were moving for a job, not to start a business. So I asked, tell me more. And what kind of business is this? And it is presented to me that this was a shop, like you were selling hardware and pots and pans and general hardware kind of goods, maybe some vegetables, I don't know, but a small store. And I said, you know, why would you move to another town many miles away to do that? And so I asked the size of the town that they lived in currently. This was the Congo. It was one of the larger cities. I can't tell you which one it was from memory. But they told me it was over 6 million people. And I'm thinking, you know, let's talk about this. You're moving to another town to create a shop, a retail shop, because you have a better opportunity. Maybe all you need to do is move and find a new location inside your own town every town has demographics, meaning there's economic sections of town that are better than others. There's traffic flow where you could have your shop. But you would go to another town not to move there, but maybe to learn some of the things that you could find a pattern or a model for your business. Not move your business there, but learn from them. I did that several times. I went and looked at another town similar to my town, and I looked then at the location in that town that was similar to where I was considering a business opportunity. And I interviewed several towns. In one case, I went all over to maybe 15 different towns, different cities. I didn't actually act on this in a big way, but I was determined that there's a similarity from town to town of the people that are in each town. And you can find economic prosperity or economic lack in any city. And so why would you move to a new location, disrupt your family? Now, we never make the decision for someone. We want them to make their own decision, but I'm strongly suggested to this individual through the interpreter that you should look at this. Why would you not just relocate your business maybe even 5 miles away, or 5 kilometers, or 2 kilometers, or just have a better location in the traffic flow? This is not a reason, in my opinion, to move your family to a new location for that kind of a business. And I felt pretty strong about it. Now, again, we don't make people's decisions, but we try to encourage them from our experience to say, let's look at this from a standpoint of a big brother, kind of in essence talking to a little brother and giving some brotherly advice. And so this could happen. It all started with kind of an irritation that the spouse was resisting the move. Well, maybe for good reason. You know, we joke about it as men, but a lot of times God sounds a whole lot like our spouses. Our spouses sound a whole lot like God. Or God can speak through our spouses in a very definite way. So if we're prone to not listen to them, we're probably not listening to God. Now, I didn't make them God. I'm just saying, and you men that are married understand what I'm talking about, that we kind of, become resistant to some of the suggestions that are pretty sound based on where it comes from. Well, again, we're here to help you, help people in the opportunities starting, growing, and excelling in businesses. And I hope this has helped someone that's listening, and I hope you might pass this to someone else. I hope you'd become more of a part of this than just a little bit of a listener. So thank you for being a part of Inspiring Better Business. Thank you.